Hi YouTube, it's Leanna Aurora Blue. Kelda, this is a video reply to you following your book tour. So as you can see, I've attempted to tidy it up, but it's a bit of a mess really. I need to get another one. The shelves half falling apart. This is my latest book. This one arrived this week. I've never read any of Robin Artison's books previously. I'm actually marking quite a few paragraphs within this book that I am enjoying. This is a book I found in a charity shop. It's a compilation of sort of like stories and poems. A very interesting book. DMT, the Spirit Molecule. It's discussing how the hallucinogenic drug could be an explanation for why we have sort of like near-death experiences, you know, see the lights in the tunnel sort of thing, but how it's actually produced in minuscule amounts in our pineal gland. This is the follow-on to that book. Master Book of Herbalism. So this has got sort of lore associated with the herb. Its remedial uses. It's got some rituals. Book of the Celts. I'm very interested in sort of early history and ceremonial magic, Israel Regardie, Astral Doorways. You know, I do actually quite like old books. We've got the Book of Thoth, and then Understanding Crowley's Thoth Tarot. It's basically that. This one is basically that in easy to understand language. Got a holistic tarot book. Love that book. It's really helped me along my journey with tarot. This Wicca handbook is actually quite a good book as it goes. It's I don't have many books on Wicca, but I enjoy this book. It's primarily, sorry the glare, it's primarily a book of correspondences. You know, so I'm going to struggle doing this from handed. There you go, there's a good example. We've got Devil's Plantation by Nigel Pearson, one of my favourite authors on the subject of traditional witchcraft. I'll review that one soon. Modern Magic, Donald Michael Craig. Instant Healing. I was recommended this book. The reason I like it, I think it's a good example for inspiration for writing your own spells and your own rituals. There's some really interesting sections. There's like cutting astral ties. I think there's even something about psychic hooks, aliens, that sort of thing. Different prayers. It does use the word God in this a lot, but in the introduction it discusses that obviously God is of your understanding, and I've got a lot of tabs psychic. Yeah, I quite like it. Like I said, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Tower of the Spirit is the guidebook that goes along with my Tower of the Spirit deck. I'm reading this book at the minute. This is a brilliant book. Really, really enjoy this book. I think I got this one for Christmas or birthday. And we've got Dreaming with the Archangels. Power of the Auras, again by the same lady who wrote the Instant Healing book. The Paul Hewson Master in Witchcraft book. We all know about that one. That's another one of my primarily Wiccan books. Even though I'm not Wiccan, I don't mind having a few Wiccan books, you know, and that happens to be a great book. You know, it's very interesting, that one. Dion Fortune's Mystical Kabbalah. Dion Fortune's Psychic Self-Defense. 78 Degrees of Wisdom, Book of Tarot. The Complete Sun Sign Guide. Made easy, you know. It's there you go, learn the basics of Kabbalah in spite of yourself and laugh the way up the tree, and it is actually a humorous book. Israel Regardie's 1 Year Manual. Black Toad by Gemma Gary. Good book. Reiki. Angels and Companions. I have a connection to the Angel Raziel, and I guess that's where I've got that. Psychic Protection. I think that William Bloom book was one of my earlier books I ever had on psychic protection. Tarot Revelations. It's an old book. Treading the Mill. I've done a review on that one. The Raven's Prophecy is another guidebook to one of my tarot decks. Journeys Out of the Body, Robert Monroe. Conversations with God. Do you know what? I actually quite like that book. That's why it's up there and I've kept it. It's okay. You know, I've got books on lots of different subjects. This is one of my old massage books when I was learning massage. Sorry, it's a bit dark. Women Who Run with Wolves. Triumph of the Moon. Text is bloody tiny. How tiny it is. I had to buy a bloody magnifying glass. Esoteric Astrology. Introduction to the Mystical Kabbalah. Encyclopedia of Greek Mythology. I don't follow the Greek pantheon, but I used to sit with my dad when I was a little girl, and he used to read me Greek mythology. One of my favourite books, British Book of Spells and Charms by Graham King. It's one of my newest books, actually. I really like his style of writing too. Not all my books are on like sort of witchcraft and spirituality. This book, I can't take it out, otherwise the shelf fall down. I'm sorry, it's so dark. It's Should I Stay or Should I Leave? And when I was contemplating leaving a bad relationship. Then we have Autism Breakthrough, Your Adolescent Daughter, Soul Plan, Verbally Abusive Relationship, Celestine Prophecy, that's another good book. Soulmate, that's a fabulous book. That is years old. I love that. Trees, identifying native British trees, Roald Dahl Madness. And we've got the big book, Earth Wisdom. Life Recovery Bible. I'm not Christian, but when I was in recovery, my cousin bought me that book. A Woman in Your Own Right, The Fragrant Mind and Fragrant Pharmacy. I had those when I was studying to be an aromatherapist. Phantasmagoria is to go with my Vampire Tarot deck. Celtic Myth and Legends. Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre is one of my favourite books from English literature. The Magic of the Tarot, I was given that. Another Reiki book. Then we've got back there, where's it gone? Women Who Love Too Much. The Bhagavad Gita. Then the next two along are the Mythic Tarot and Egyptian Tarot books to go with my decks. Chakra Clearing. This book, The Lady Who's Beautiful Inside, was a gift to me when I was going through a hard time. Memoirs of a Geisha, as Bill sees it, the Holy Bible. What have we got up there? Where's it gone? Sorry, you can't really see. You got a book about brainwashing, completely irrelevant to anything spiritual. Overcoming Mood Swings. Natural Cosmetics. The Aromantic Guides to Making Your Own sort of spa products. Because I'm going to be making my own sort of cosmetics. That sort of thing. Grow Your Own Drugs. Again, is to do with making your own cosmetics, herbs, that sort of thing. Buckland's Complete Book of Witchcraft. I've had that absolutely years. That was one of my first books on Wicca. I actually gave that book away along with a load of other Wiccan books, and I was quite upset about it, so I asked for it back. I know you shouldn't do that, but my friend didn't mind. That book there is a book of fairies. It's a sort of like a picture book. We've got Better Dynamics in Belly Dance. Again, natural spa products, mindfulness, NLP workbooks. Marilyn Monroe. I really like Marilyn Monroe. Strength training and anatomy. I'm quite interested in anatomy. Anyway, obviously being a masseuse, and I used to train, so there's sort of health and fitness, dumbbell training, the fitness books. Then we've got The Witches, which is, excuse the pun, which is an account of sort of historical witchcraft. Witches, Druids, King Arthur. My old textbook, Aromatherapy. Journey of the Souls. Why does he do that? Then we've got the Mother and Daughter Wisdom, and Girls Growing Up on the Autism Spectrum, Parenting ASD Teens, The Complete Home Guide to Medication, Burn the Fat, Feed the Muscle, The Secret Disease of Addiction. That's a very, very good book. All Shifts. I think that's like a sort of new agey type book, and I've not read it all. Personal Kabbalah, Make Your Brain Work. The Betrayal Bond is about trauma bonding. Bodies and Souls, Just Go For It Without Conscience. Up in that corner there is about narcissists and psychopaths. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. The Recovery Book, Anatomy of the Spirit. Alan Carr's Stop Smoking, and then right at the end corner there's another recovery book. So I have books that I've put away. You know, I've got books in the attic, books in the cupboards, I've got books everywhere. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my little tour.